What's going on, you guys? This is Cooked Vegetables back in the cut with yet another podcast for you guys, man. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic wherever you happen to be in the world. The title of today's podcast is going to be Skillfully Dealing with Jealousy or Envy Like a Boss. Don't forget to hit the like button for your boy. I'd really appreciate that. Many practitioners of masculine purity continue to report benefits such as higher sex appeal, increased wealth, better luck, and more respect, amongst many other boons. Like everything in this dualistic plane of existence, there are also some downsides that come with the practice of masculine purity. The downsides that come with this practice aren't because it is deleterious to your well-being in a vacuum, but rather because of the mirroring effect it has on those around you. When you start to retain your essence and become stronger, wiser, sharper, more intuitive, more handsome, calmer, and more confident, it forces those around you to look at themselves in comparison to you. I find that this comparison yields two different reactions, depending on the quality of the people around you. If the folks around you are good-natured, high-quality people, they will get inspired by your shine and seek to emulate your ways to improve their lives. Some of them may even come up to you and directly ask for advice on how to improve in certain areas. If you're around spiritually unevolved people, on the other hand, they will start to feel inferior to you, which wounds their egos. From this point on, it is just a matter of time until their jealousy and envy builds to the point where they are compelled to attack you. This is where people start to twist your words to make you seem stupid, or conduct smear campaigns to make you seem like a terrible person, or attempt to provoke you into a bad reaction, or tell lies to try to get you to lose your job. Now, I want to acknowledge that no matter how spiritually developed we each become, none of us like to be persecuted unfairly. However, the way you respond to such unfair persecution will make all the difference between you coming out of this quagmire looking and feeling better than ever, or losing all the relationships, status, and respect that you have toiled endlessly for. So, let us discuss how to properly handle this rather annoying situation when it does crop up, because trust me when I say it eventually will. As you grow in power and influence throughout your journey, you will run into all sorts of people who love to indulge in pointless drama. Thus, you will need to develop the ability to spot these types from afar and avoid them, or skillfully maneuver around them if you can't immediately get away. The steps below comprise the formula I have used to turn the arrows of jealousy and envy that were meant to destroy me into stepping stones for further success. 1. Remember who you are. When you initially get hit with a false accusation or insult, it can momentarily take a toll on your self-image. This is nothing to be ashamed of. We are all human after all. The key here is to quickly rebalance your mind and remember who you are. On this journey, you are a sanctified and consecrated son of the Most High God. No weapon fashioned against you shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against you in judgment shall be condemned, as long as you maintain the righteousness of God in your life. Remembering this always fills me with immense confidence to overcome each attack. 2. Remember who they are. A lot of folks who come for you due to jealousy and envy are usually dealing with a bevy of unaddressed soul wounds, which leads to a darkened heart, insecurity, and quite frankly, demonic oppression. Try to see through their antics and understand that their soul wounds have now left them open to being manipulated by Satan and his idiotic demons. Folks like this are often just being used by the real enemy to try to throw you off course. Don't let them win. Seeing things this way makes it easier to forgive these people for the consternation they cause. 3. Do not react, crash out, or respond in a poor way. Try your best to respond with logic instead. This is the most challenging part, but the most vital part as well. People who are jealous and envious will try their best to provoke you into a bad reaction. The reason for this is so that they can paint you in a bad light to anyone who will listen to their half-truths and carefully crafted misrepresentations of your character. Jealous people are usually expert liars, but they still need your involvement in their lies for them to seem true. The best thing to do here is to keep your cool at any cost. I usually find that praying internally helps me immensely to keep my cool in the most trying of circumstances. You could also record their antics on your phone so that you have solid proof of their shenanigans. Whatever you do, endeavor to think logically and expressly resist the temptation to crash out. Remember that if you submit to God and resist the devil, the jealous idiots in your life, they will be forced eventually to flee. 4. Make sure you keep your internal state clean. After such intense and perhaps prolonged provocation, your flesh may want revenge. Some of the things these sorts of people do are so infuriating that I completely understand why some of us may want revenge. However, you must do everything in your power to make sure that you never carry any bitterness in your heart towards anyone. Doing that is literally like drinking energetic poison and expecting someone else to be hurt by it. The best way to prevent this from happening is to embrace purity through a clean diet, drinking water, regular prayer, cold showers, deep breathing exercises, etc. Doing this will ensure that their evil projections don't stick to your energy field and destroy your life. 5. Be patient and watch the show unfold. If you have managed to stay strong, think logically through it all, not react in anger, and keep your inner state clean, you will be pleasantly shocked by the results. Evil by itself is not sustainable and therefore needs something to latch onto in order to keep going or perpetuating itself. If you refuse to participate in the evil projections that these sorts try to force into your life, the energy will eventually go right back to sender, since energy cannot be created or destroyed. In addition, the more pure you are, the more amplified the retribution will be towards anyone who tried to injure you unfairly. This is the promise of God to his servants, and our righteousness is of him, saith the Lord. Till next time, brothers, keep humbly strutting your stuff and being a worthy representative of the heavenly realms here on earth. Godspeed and remain blessed. Brother Cooked.